In this video, I will be turning these oak boards into a tabletop. When buying the boards, I paid close attention to the end grain. I want the grain to run vertical, because it's less likely for the boards to warp. I'm going to start by cleaning the end grain boards. At this point, I remembered I had a new vise. It will be much easier to hold the workpiece in the vise. The next step was face jointing all the boards and then planing them to a thickness a little bit more than I need. I flipped the boards around to find the best possible layout, and then mark all the holes that needed to be filled with epoxy. The next step is preparation for glue up. That means face jointing and ripping the other side on the table saw. I'm using Tide Bond 3 because it's an exterior grade glue, which means waterproof. Because end grain boards are very hard to clamp, I decided to divide this glue up in 3 sections. I'll glue up the main panel first and then add the end grain boards afterwards. I mixed up the epoxy and added this black color. For gluing up the end grain boards, I stuck some sandpaper on these clamps. The idea is to clamp these as hard as I can on the boards and then using my parallel clamps to pull it all together. You'll see what I mean in just a minute. I could have made a fake live edge by gluing up a square panel and then cutting the live edge with a jigsaw. But the deal with the client was live edge, not fake live edge, so I'm doing it this way. Earlier, I said I'm going to be planing the boards to a bit thicker than I need. This is because I plan on surfacing the whole table with my router sled. Once the shop was clean enough, I could continue the build by squaring out the ends with a track saw. Next comes sanding with 80 and 120 grit, and after that, filling all the little nooks and crannies that weren't filled up with epoxy all the way. And of course, more sanding. I put a very little round over on the edges. My logo is in place, and now it's time to drill all the 40 holes for the threaded inserts. I didn't talk about the base for this tabletop. It's because I outsourced it. It's made out of metal. Because this table is going to be sitting outside, I'm going to use this Rubio Monocoat Duragrit finish. It's supposed to have good UV protection.